Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad that you could join me again. Today I wanted to focus on Easter. Easter is one of my very favourite occasions in the year. I find it much less stressful than Christmas, so I'm able to really enjoy this holiday, embrace the spring and just look forward to everything that is coming up in the year. So in this video I'm going to show you how to bake a new recipe that I've come up with made from my loose leaf rose tea. It's a rose tea loaf. I'll also share with you some new things that I've bought for my table, which you can see here. I'll show you how I set the table, and then at the end I want to share with you 2 new books that I think that you'll really enjoy. So stick around and I hope you enjoy this video. So one of my favourite things to do is decorate the table for Easter, and I like to do this in a number of ways by setting the table, having little floral arrangements, but I also like to make my own Easter decorations. Last Easter you may have seen that I made decoupage eggs. I'm going to do the same this year, but something slightly different. So I've got these are not actual eggs, these are wooden eggs from Amazon that are already painted. The ones that I got last year, if you remember, were wooden, but they were not painted, so I had to paint them. This makes life so much more easier, and you can just decoupage onto them straight away. So they are about £7 for a pack of 18 eggs, which is a very good value, and you can make eventually something like this. So I also got these little stands from Amazon. They come in a pack of 10, and actually they're supposed to be to hold crystals, so you put the crystal here, but I figured that if you turn them over you can actually display a decoupage egg and have them as a table setting. Another good idea that you could do with these is use them as place cards, so you could write the person's name or paint the person's name on the egg and put it in front of their place setting. I am not talented enough to do that, but it would be a very nice idea. The thing that I love the most about decoupage is that anyone can do it, and it means that if you can't draw or paint, you can still create something beautiful and be proud of it. That's what I like the most. It is all inclusive, which is what I'm always about. This is actually a decoupage holder. I didn't make this one, but I saw this in a charity shop about 7 years ago, and it inspired me to try decoupage for myself, because as you can see you can make something really beautiful. So if you don't know what decoupage is, it is simply cutting out images and gluing them down, and it is that simple. Now the way that I do it usually is with paper napkins, because they're very thin. You can also remove the layers so that they are ultra thin, that when you glue them down you are not going to see that it is a picture glued to something. So it looks very smooth, it looks like it's been painted on, and napkins are the best for decoupage. You can use paper, but sometimes you can see the edges, so I always like to find beautiful napkins and decoupage with them. I saw these ones in Waitrose. I thought they fit the Easter theme perfectly, very spring-like, cheery. So I'm going to go with those, and I also have these ones which I've had for a long time, which I found in my drawer. And they will work pretty well too. So yes, decoupage is a really nice hobby to have. You will find that if you start it, you become a little bit addicted, and it is quite fun to go through all of your old magazines, books, and try to find beautiful pictures that you can use to decoupage. The possibilities are endless. What I always like to do as well is make it into something beautiful. So you can do that by buying nice little scissors. These ones are shaped like a bird. These ones are a little bit like Victorian style. So you can make this hobby something beautiful and something that you will cherish, which I always think makes you want to do it even more. But yeah, decoupage is a very nice thing to do. You can spend hours and hours working, and in the end you're left with something beautiful. So it is really rewarding, and you don't have to be an artist, which is, thankfully for me, a godsend. I'm going to cut each of the napkins I want to use into 4 squares so that I can work more efficiently. I'm starting with these older napkins. They have tiny flowers on them and will be the perfect size for my Easter eggs. I'm carefully cutting around the image, and then I'll remove 2 layers so that it is ultra thin. Then I will carefully glue it onto the egg and finish by gently stroking the brush over it to set in place. You need to be very delicate when you do this. The paper napkins are fragile and will tear easily, ruining your work. My advice is to take it slow and enjoy this relaxing task. The good thing about these egg holders is that you can rest the eggs on them whilst they are drying, and then work on another area. I provided links to everything I'm using in this video today in the description box. So it is time to set my Easter table, and the exciting thing is that I've ordered some new tableware from one of my favorite online retailers, Rebecca Udall. So I thought that I would unbox this with you and show you what I've got. The thing I really love about ordering online is that it's always a surprise, even though you've ordered it yourself. Especially when you're ordering a few things, you can sometimes forget what you've had. So it's always a nice surprise to see what's inside. So I thought that I would share this moment with you. So let's get started and unwrap. So the first thing that we have are these green woven placemats, which I think are really gorgeous, perfect for the spring, and also they'll even be good in autumn, winter, for Christmas as well, so you can use them all year round. I thought these were really versatile, beautiful piece, and I'm using a grey tablecloth on my table lately, so these just give a nice pop of colour. So I think those will be gorgeous. Okay, this is quite exciting, this bit. We have some bamboo handled cutlery. So this is a complete set for 6. I think these are gorgeous. And again, really fit the theme of spring. Light, natural, beautiful. Okay, what is next? Oh, these are green candlesticks. So as you probably can tell by now, I'm going for a green theme for my Easter table, which is perfect for spring and new beginnings. So I love these. Again, because the dining room is quite muted, I'm just going for little pops of colour where I can. Oh yes, these are little candle holders for the candlesticks. Not sure whether you can tell on film, but these actually have a green tint to them, very delicate. And they're so light and delicate, beautiful glass. So let's see how the candle looks inside. Very nice, very fresh, spring-like. Oh, next I have some bud vases. I've got 3 of these. I just thought that it would be nice to have little flower arrangements on the table, so these little vases are so cute. There's 3 of them. And I think they're different shapes. Yeah, they are. So we've got this one too. And then there's another box of them there. I think I know what these are, and these are very beautiful. Yes. So here we have some cabbageware, which you know I absolutely love, and these are white. I just thought against the green placemats, these would really pop and look very fresh for spring, so I'm excited to use these. I just love cabbageware. I have 6 of them. The box is almost finished, so sad. And the last thing that we have in this gorgeous little pouch are some linens. You know I love linens, so I wanted to get some new ones. And look at these. Oh, I just think these are beautiful. White with a scalloped edge, green band, beautiful on those cabbage plates with the green mats. I think this is going to look really gorgeous. Let's set the table together and see. To make our rose tea loaf, I'm going to use my Nicholas Fairford Botanica Rose Petal Tea. All of my teas are now back in stock on my website nicholasfairford.com. We will pour this over a mixture of dried fruit and soft brown sugar and let it soak for at least an hour. I would highly recommend tasting this syrupy liquid. It is heaven. The full recipe is in the description of this video.
Beauty in the mundane, and as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
Once it is soaked for at least an hour, add the flour to the bowl, along with some crushed pistachios and 2 beaten eggs. To finish, we're going to add half a teaspoon of rosewater and then mix it all together before pouring into a loaf tin and baking for 90 minutes.
Everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy.
To make our rose buttercream, we're going to add the icing sugar to the blender along with the butter and mix until light and fluffy. Then I will add in a drop of natural pink food colouring to give it an English rose touch. Spread this buttercream onto your loaf and sprinkle on some of the rose tea. It looks especially good if you pick out some of the larger rose petals. I will finish with some more pistachio, which are like little jewels topping our cake.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no.
So I wanted to share with you 2 new books that I have that I think would not only be perfect for Easter gifting, but also all year round. And whether you're gifting or not, this could also be something that you may want to gift for yourself. So the first book that I want to share is this one. It is called Garden Secrets of Bunny Melon. This is by Linda Jane Holden, Thomas Lloyd and Brian Huffman. So Linda Jane Holden was the author of the previous Bunny Melon book that I've talked about, The Gardens of Bunny Melon, which explores all of her gardens. This book is more of a guide to gardening, about how Bunny Melon designed her landscapes, her gardens, and how to get that very relaxed, beautiful look. Thomas Lloyd was Bunny Melon's grandson, and Brian Huffman was a very good friend of Bunny Melon. So these 3 collaborated together to write this book, and it is very, very beautiful. I'll show you through that one. The second book that I want to share with you is called Life in a French Country House, and this is by Cordelia de Castellan. She is the director of Baby Dior and Dior Home. This is one of the most beautiful books that I've ever seen. So if you're going to buy one book this year only, I would say buy this one. It goes through spring, summer, autumn, winter, throughout the seasons, talking about decorating for the house, entertaining for all seasons, and it is just filled with the most beautiful pictures and inspiration. So whether you have a garden, whether you don't really entertain, you will definitely enjoy looking through that one. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you have enjoyed this episode, found it fun and useful. I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend, whatever you're doing, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday. But until then, take care. Bye-bye.